Day 696, 22 for 22. Good morning. Hope this finds you well. Please stay in your fight and do not quit. All right, so starting the series on how to take your life back. These are my thoughts on how to do it. It is steps I used to do the same thing that I'm talking about. The first three to four, maybe even five, are interchangeable because they're all pretty darn important. And my first one, I thought long and hard about which one it was going to be because I had lined up for two of them. And the first one is going to be hope. Hope is a very important aspect of taking your life back because if you do not have hope, there's no reason to continue on trying. Hope is the expectation or the feeling of expectation that something is going to happen. It is also a feeling of trust. So you can have good feelings of trust, good feelings of expectations to happen, or you can have bad expectations of what's going to happen and trust that bad things are going to happen. You can have the negative hope that I hope I die, or something to that effect. And that's the wrong type of hope to have, because while it is an expectation of something to happen, it is not a positive happenstance. And that is something that we are trying to fix. It is part of that positive mindset that will come later in this that I've talked about so much. Now, hope is one of the strongest emotions in words in the English language because there is so much behind it. You can hope that that person doesn't get elected. You can hope that that person doesn't get promoted. You can hope that that team that you hate doesn't win the World Series, the Super Bowl, the NASCAR, the NASCAR Sprint Cup championship or whatever. Or you can have hope that things are going to improve. You can hope that you have a healthy child when he or she is born. You can hope for a happy marriage that you are currently in. You can hope for a whole bunch of different things, and hope springs eternal. And as long as it's good hope, it's stuff you can work with. The negative stuff you got to try to get rid of. I know for myself, after the heart attacks, losing the career, then having the open heart surgery, and then having the ex and I break up, that left me with very little hope in the bank. And it took my wonderful Becky to keep in my ear that there was something I needed to be here for. And it wasn't necessarily, her at first. It was that then 5-year-old daughter that would be without a father. And that was enough hope for me to start my journey back. And it's been a road. I gotta say, I've been out of trouble for a long time. But it doesn't change the fact that I was there. And I understand what that feels like. And the lack of hope is crushing. Despair sucks because you just don't see a way out. And that's where hope comes in. You leaning on somebody and them giving you some hope that things are going to get better. That expectation, that feeling of expectation that something's going to happen good for you. And that is so important to keep. And if you're sitting on the edge of the cliff and you haven't jumped in yet because you're hoping things get better for you, that is exactly where you need to be. That is exactly where you should be, is hoping that things are going to get better. It's going to be infinitely more tough if you just continue to think, I hope I die. Don't act on that. Try to find the good hope that's in your life. You may have to dig for it because I know we can get ourselves into some crappy situations that we find ourselves not able to get out of so easy. And then we just hope for it to end, and it doesn't matter how. And that's where the change has to come, is hoping for the good to occur to us and knowing that that is a journey back, but knowing that time and hoping time is going to fix things, and it will, normally. You are going to have that ability to get up and do that about face and march back into your life. You have to have that hope, and you may have to lean upon your spouse. You may have to lean upon brothers and sisters to find that hope, because it is buried within you because of everything that has happened, and that is okay. You are not in this battle alone, and there is hope right there, because there's people like myself, Sean Laurie, Dan Waring. I mean, there's so many people that have been there or have dealt with people that have been there, and you know, there's so many other people I could mention. You know, I could be here for another 10 minutes just mentioning names. I just picked out two that I know that have stood the wall and have tried and have been there in one manner or another, and have helped people come back. So I'm not trying to slight anybody by not mentioning them, but the hope is there. It really, and honestly, truly is just buried by life, and you have to uncover it. You have to dig, and it's going to take some work, and I keep saying that. But hope, I think, is the most important thing to have, and if you don't have it, you can find it, because it is there. You just can't see it. And just keep going. Use time as your hope. Hope that time will fix as much as possible. And you may never, well, one, life is not perfect. You're always going to have bumps in the road. You're always going to have big ass potholes that swallow your ass up that you got to climb out of. And that's what I'm here for, and what so many others in this veteran community are here for, and that's to help pull you out, to walk that hill back up to the top with you. You know, we're not going to stand up here from come on up. We're going to get down there with you, and this is part of it. Just don't give up. If you take one thing from this video, or any of the videos I do, is don't give up. I am living proof that life can turn around. I am living proof that hope saves. I am living proof that hope can pull you forward when you think it can't. That's all I'm going to say for today. But hope, for me, is the number one thing in taking your life back. You got to have some. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 1 for the airborne ranger in the sky. 1 for the infantry. 1 for the fallen. Alright, so I share these on From the Edge to Thriving, my own personal page, 29 veterans Facebook groups. Most of these veterans groups have security settings that you cannot share the video from, so please, if you would like to share, and I would appreciate it, come to From the Edge to Thriving or Jim Tough and share from there. I also put it on YouTube at that_pushup_guy tough. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and they're usually uploaded the day after. That heart's working. If you need help, seek help. Get it from friends, family, professionals. There's absolutely no shame and no weakness in seeking help. It is actually a sign of strength to handle your business and do what you got to do to stay here. Do not use suicide as a permanent solution to a temporary or permanent problem. You got this, and you can do it. Tough out.